back to my platform, those of you that are returning. And those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope you guys have had a good day. As you come into the reading, please like the video. That would greatly help this platform. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you guys are subscribed. All that stuff really, really helps. And I am so grateful. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for hyping the video. Thank you for subscribing, for tapping the notification bell, and for being a part of this process and for spending time with me. I really appreciate you guys. Okay, so we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. If you guys don't, if you're new here, I'm going to do a psychic tarot card reading with oracle cards as well. I am the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. My name is ASTRAEA Love. So just let you guys know, if any of you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 Cash App or a $20 PayPal. And I've got the links to that in the description box below. And I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. Okay, so know that that is available for you guys. If you have any personal questions, but I will be reading the collective energy. So we are calling upon the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the ancestors, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, our spirit guides, our guardian angels, and any other positive benevolent energies that are for our highest and best good, that like the Galactic Federation of Light, to come forward, and the archangels, specifically Archangel Michael, and to put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe from any harm or any negative interference and interfluence. Yeah. Okay. It just sounded weird when I said it. Interference or interfluence. Influence, not interfluence. Sorry, you guys. Wow. Anyways, thank you, Spirit, for clarifying that we don't want anything negatively interfering, okay? We are calling upon the highest, my words, holy shit. I don't think this has happened this bad before. We're calling upon the highest truth, highest light, highest wisdom, and highest knowledge to be shown to us in these readings. And we just thank you, God, for being here with us. We thank you, Holy Spirit. We thank you, Divine Realm. We thank you, angels. We thank you, Spirit Team. We thank you, ancestors, for giving us this opportunity to be here now. We love you. We love you. We love you. Everything that happens on this platform and the other one, I have another platform called ASTRAEA Love. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's ASTRAEA LOVE. On that platform, I can receive super chats. And so we're working our way up to 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe, you guys. It will really help this platform. But yeah, we just want to say thank you, God, for everything that you do. We love you. We love you. Love you. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to you, Most High. Amen. For everything, my higher self. I would not be anything without the divine. So I credit all of my success to the divine. And I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to share my gifts with people and to be in this position. Please continue to protect us from all bullies and people who are after us. We love you, God. Thank you for everything that you do. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to you. Amen. Okay, so by watching my videos, you guys are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. You know what is going on, and it happens every day. My mind is, I have ADHD, like really bad. My mind goes so freaking fast that it's hard for the mind, it's hard for my mouth to get the words out sometimes. That's literally what's happening. It's like, I get messages and things are happening on such a high frequency, that so much faster outside of time, that it's hard for me to physically articulate what I'm picking up on because I'm receiving the information so quickly. So that, anyways, that's what that is. But just know that God loves you, that I love you, okay? And by watching these videos, if I talk about anything in the realm of health, make sure you follow up with a doctor. If I talk about anything in the realm of anything else like legal, make sure you follow up with a legal professional. Okay, that's really important to do. That's just being responsible with the energy. Don't bully me or anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments, okay? Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion, their own religion, their own way of thinking. You guys are going to hear my perspective, but again, that's just my opinion and my perspective, okay? And the way that I see things. So you should take it or leave it for whatever it is. So just know that, and the divine, I will tell you what the divine, perceives, especially when it comes to angels. But God is unconditional love, joy, and peace, gratitude, grace, mercy, compassion, forgiveness, all of that. But, we're going to get into things today. The truth of God. This book is so important. I've always been psychic my whole life. But my whole life, I grew up feeling like I was not in control of the experiences. And make sure you guys like the video and hype it. That really, really helps. I didn't feel in control of the experiences. And I was very afraid all of the time. Okay. And so when I came across The Truth of God by Michael Steadman, it inspired me and it helped me get untrapped from the psychic realm, from just having these crazy experiences and not being able to do anything about it. Okay. And I went to Catholic school, church, and shit like that. It did not do anything. Not to this type of alien extraterrestrial shit that I have going on in my DNA. Okay. Religion doesn't do anything to that type of shit. For those of you that know, you know. But yeah, when I came across The Truth of God, my life changed. I then gained my spiritual connection with my higher self, aka God, the love, joy, and peace of the universe. All that is good, righteous, holy, and true. Okay, I gained a connection with that, which untrapped me from the psychic realm vibrationally. Hopefully this is making sense. I'm just trying to describe my personal testimony and experience. So in this book, the first technique that I'm going to talk about is the God technique. That's the one where if you have any low vibrational crap around you, demons, spirits, disembodied spirits, shit going on with the land, whatever it is that you have going on around you. And again, I'm somebody that I pray for my neighbors. So like, I don't really know my neighbors, but I still pray for them. I still set in good intentions. But when you do the God technique, you're not looking up to God like from the little self, the ego. You change your vibration so that you're looking out through the eyes of source. What does that do? Gives you the ability to detach from whatever you're seeing so you can see it accurately. Because there could be a main lesson why something continues to happen or why something is the way that it is and it won't change, as to something going on with you that you're missing. But when you look out through the eyes of God, you can see everything clearly. There's no confusion. Also, it changes your vibration and it transforms that junk DNA into workable God DNA. Like it literally does. It changes your genetic signature, your genetic makeup, and everything like that. You become your highest potential self. And then you can look at things and see the bigger lesson in them and then not repeat cycles. And you can break curses and do everything from crossing spirits over to breaking curses to setting yourself free of any type of thing. So when people are like, what do I do with this impossible situation? You do the God technique. We should be wanting to be like God, not like anything else. And our true self, our soul, is God. It's the same thing. So just know that you are God creating your own reality with your thoughts and your beliefs. That is the gift of free will. Okay. You are God having this experience, not an extension or a part of. You are God, not existing in the fullness, but God nonetheless. This book is not for all people. This book is for the people that take spirituality and take your connection and your abilities and your gifts seriously. This is an advanced intuitive living book. It will change the way that you live, literally. Like this information in some people's eyes, they may not care about this type of stuff, which I think is crazy, because it's like if you could figure out the rules to life and how to play the game of life to get everything that you want and have everything work out good, wouldn't you want to do that? That's why some people that are just not interested in spirituality or growth or anything like that, I don't get it. But oneness, we are all one, is saying there is one being, one consciousness, and everything is it. One sensation. Okay. God is the supreme consciousness, the highest self of all creation, with no form and yet encompassing all that there is. In that supreme consciousness, all one, not separate. I'm not implying that the you that you are conscious of is all embodiment of God, but God nonetheless. When we look at ourselves as anything less, we are doing ourselves a great injustice. This is true. I will refer to you as God synonymously. It is a journey of first recognizing ourself as God in the illusion, and then becoming more and more of our fullness through the process of experiencing our true qualities, unconditional love, joy, and peace, always acting as if it were already done. Do you see why this is so powerful? I hope you guys are getting it. So the second technique is the joy versus anger technique. This goes through prayer, meditation, cleaning out the temple, all of this stuff. But the joy versus anger technique allows you to develop a yes and no answering system that will never be inaccurate. Okay. Muscle testing and using a pendulum to ask yes and no questions could give you a false reading. All right. It just can. But when you do the joy versus anger technique, you're creating an open communication with your higher self God so that you're being divinely led. Then you can start asking questions. Should I go here? Should I go there? Should I be with this person? Should I hang out with this person? Should I drink that? Etc. Okay. You can avoid a lot of tragedies. I wish I came across this information sooner than I did, which I've known about for like 10 years, been working with these techniques every day. I wish I would have came across it sooner, but at the same time, I'm also grateful for all the stuff I went through. But I would never do it again. So yeah, so the joy versus anger technique is developing your intuition. Everybody has clairsentience, a gut feeling. All right. But do people listen to themselves? No. Sometimes we're getting messages, seeing signs, seeing angel numbers, and we just don't listen. The third technique is the mind technique, which allows you to locate the thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving you so that you can get rid of them. Okay. So that you're clearing them out of the way so you don't keep pulling in the same experience or the same type of person. And those are the 3 techniques, but there's so many other techniques in there, like how to meditate and all this other stuff. So literally, you guys, get The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. The link to that's in the description box below. The second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, and it helps you with going beyond the self-doubt of using tarot when learning to pull cards for oneself. So I'm just going to open to, let's see, one of the tarot card spreads. I've taken the major arcana cards, which are the major transition cards, like the Fool, the Empress, the Hangman is one. There's a lot of major arcana cards. It's like 22. The Hermit, the Hierophant, the Temperance, the Sun, the Lovers, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, the Moon, the Last Judgment, Justice, Empress. I think I said Emperor, Empress. The Strength. Yeah. Strength is good. Death. Magician. High Priestess. Moon. World. Chariot. Tower. Yeah, Death. Those are all of the major arcana cards. So there's a different, just to get started with this book, all you need is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. It is cheap online. I would go ahead and get the ones that has the words on them. Okay, get the original Rider-Waite, RYDERWAITE, and just type in your search Rider-Waite tarot deck with description on cards. That's what I would type in, and it will pull things up. Okay. But this, I'm just going to read. Okay. So this tarot card spell, it has a tarot card spread and then a spell that goes with it so that you're integrating the archetypal energy of the major arcana cards. So this one is the Devil card. The Devil card represents the South Node. So the Devil the Devil card, number 15, Answer No, Zodiac Capricorn. The Devil denotes a greedy, materialistic, and selfish person, someone who has disregard for others. There is a warning to be aware of someone who seeks to manipulate or control you. It represents a negative influence. The Devil card can tell you that you are stuck in an unhealthy or bad situation. This is the card of sexual perversity, sexual addiction, overspending, substance abuse, dark secrets. This tarot card reminds you to judge people by their values, not by their outside appearance. So you'll pull one card for each of these positions, and I'm going to go ahead and read the position. So the horns of Capricorn. Let me just get the devil card. For everything that you see on the devil card, there is a card position that I have created for that, and basically like a little guide. And the devil just represents the lower ego, the south node of somebody. So I mean, it could represent a negative entity, but it does not have to. It could just be somebody that's acting from their lower nature, being greedy, materialistic, that type of thing. Wicked. Sometimes the way that the energy shows up, it looks like it would be black magic, but it's not actually black magic. It's just somebody that has a psychic connection, or they have a connection to something else that's low vibrational that's sending the energy. So the horns of Capricorn are the horns on the devil's head. So it says the card that you pull for this position can show you the two aspects of duality and polarity in your life. The card that you pull for this position can shed insight into where you have split your energy. If you contradict yourself and self-sabotage, you will pull a yes answer tarot card for this position. If you are being led astray by a negative entity or unknown force, you will pull the Devil Tarot card for this position. If you are very stubborn and bigoted in your life, you will pull the Strength Tarot card for this position. If you are in your South Node currently, you will pull a Yes Answer Tarot card for this position. If the Devil has no influence over you, you will pull a No Answer Tarot card for this position. So that's just one position, but each of these tarot card spreads help you develop. Position 2 is the Devil. If you have a karmic individual in your life that is working against you behind the scenes, you will pull a Yes Answer Tarot card for this position. The card that you pull for this position can show you what addictions, actions, behaviors, and impulses are coming from your South Node, lower self ego that needs to be released. If you are a negative influence on others, that may be revealed to you in the card that you pull for this position. If you have a demonic attachment or demonic influence active in your life, you may pull either the Death Tarot card or the Devil Tarot card for this position. If you have a devil in your life posing as a fake friend, you will pull the Three of Cups in the reverse for this position. So that is just 2 of the positions, but it's a guide basically to help you with learning to read your cards for yourself. The tarot card spell for the objective is to overcome the devil, aka the South Node lower ego self. And so you'll do this little ritual. You'll say this affirmation: I activate the tarot magic of the devil to lift myself from perdition. I activate, if you're going to use an amethyst piece, I activate the amethyst tempest stone to deliver me from these temptations. And then you'll state what your temptations are, or whatever bad addictions or bad habits that you have. Okay, and then in the back of the book, there's a compendium of knowledge of all of the different. Well, first of all, the first tarot card spread is a 14 zodiac tarot card spread that has a psychic spell that goes with it that helps you integrate the zodiac archetypes. In the back is a compendium of knowledge, like the Wheel of Fortune. I'm just going to read some of it. The Wheel of Fortune has, for a section for each of the major arcana cards, what it could mean when different cards come out together, what those combinations mean. It says, if you pull the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, it is a very good sign that you will have good fortune coming your way. If you pull the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it could indicate that someone has successfully swapped your destiny to some form of extent. If you pull the Wheel of Fortune before a major arcana card, it could indicate that the past fortune has influenced the current fortune. If you pull the Wheel of Fortune card after the major arcana card, it could indicate that whatever the major arcana card is will bring you good fortune in the future. Anytime that you see the Wheel of Fortune, you can expect to experience good luck. If you are having very bad luck, you may pull the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse with the Moon card. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse means that someone is seeking to keep you stuck in a rut while they steal your good energy and steal your blessings. Someone is trying to trap you and entrap you to keep you from your destiny. Nobody can take your destiny. All they can do is delay it or try to get you to self-sabotage it. Just know that. Anyways, it keeps going and going and going. And so check this out, you guys. Get this book. When you're wanting to learn to read cards for yourself and move beyond the self-doubt of reading cards for yourself, because I know, for one, how difficult it can be. Because you're wanting to see one thing, and then by having that, within your mind, you're ignoring everything else that you see. And so this is a guide that helps you integrate the major arcana cards, helps you learn the tarot, and it will help you basically be stable. Figuring out what your path is, what you're here to do, what things need to be worked on, what things need to be cleared, what things you can actually benefit from. Oh, God bless Chicago. Awesome, you guys. I'm so glad that you're here with me. God bless you guys. So you guys have a happy era that's here. You're going to be happy no matter what. Anybody that wants to spoil that has got to go to God and take it up with the God, because this is something that you're being rewarded with. And I feel like this is a major success, you guys. I don't know if I said the links to those books are in the description box below. If you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 PayPal or $20 Cash App, and I will answer your question. Just know that I'm available that way. Okay, but I'm going to be reading the energy for everybody. And by watching my videos, you're not going to bully me or anybody in the chat or try to condemn anybody for what their beliefs are. Everybody is allowed to believe and feel the way that they want to feel. And I'm not going to take anybody, I'm not going to take that respect away from anyone. And so you will get immediately canceled, rebuked, and blocked and have to deal with my spiritual team. Okay? So, and that's not something I would want to do because my spiritual team is fucking frightening. Like straight up scary. All right. So I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot today is what I was called to do. We're going to just start out right with the tarot. Usually I start with the Oracle deck on this channel. Ace of Cups. What did I say? You guys have happiness. This is the definition of happiness. It's coming from God. You're going to have circumstances just randomly work out. I feel like this is all bigger picture of some divine plan that you have stored for you. I feel like you guys are expanding your consciousness, your awareness. You're tapping into what you're here to do, what spirit wants you to do. Make sure you guys like the video, please and thank you. It really helps this platform. Tap that hype button. Share this content. Okay, all of those things really help. And only share this content if you feel comfortable. But let other people know that this channel exists. It would really help me. And I love you guys so much for doing that. So yeah, I feel like you guys know that you're loved by God. Yeah, that universe has got you. Okay. The thing I love the most about lotus flowers is that they blossom from the most toxic situations. You have been in the most toxic of situations and you have been able to thrive and strive and blossom like that lotus flower. I also get that you guys are moving into a place where you're making peace with where you're at. Two of Pentacles. You guys could be getting some good news. It could be coming from the universe. It could be coming from a financial advisor. It could be about a house. It could be about a partnership. You guys are getting good news. I get that it's coming from the spiritual realm. You're getting confirmation that what you've invested your time and energy into when it comes to helping yourself and helping others will pay off. Anybody that's got a problem with that, like I said, needs to take it up with the universe. The universe sent you here specifically to do whatever this is that you do. Okay. Anybody that wants to argue about that needs to literally go to the divine realm because you're doing what the divine has asked you to do. A lot of you guys are waking up from your jobs and you're tapping into who you actually are on a spiritual level and doing that, listening to your intuition. I think everybody alive has clairsentience. I think everyone has a gut feeling. Okay. But do people listen to their intuition right off the bat? No. I get that you guys are not people that judge a book by its cover. And that there was a significance why that came out. Every time I pick those books up to read something out of it, it just like inspires and shows me shit. Like it just really does. It shows me things every single time. Things that I would have forgotten of, things that I wouldn't have looked for. And this is just important for you guys to be getting the good message of the gospel, that you don't need to do anything to sacrifice anyone or do anything like that. I'm getting that you're being rewarded. Eight of Swords. Somebody else, they're going into being binded. Okay. This person could have tried to do a binding ritual on you. It's backfired. I feel like you guys are free. You're unencumbered by this person's emotional and spiritual baggage. Somebody could have been literally exchanging your good energy, your good karma for their bad karma. And again, that will only work for a certain amount of time while you guys are asleep. Once you go through this awakening, this type of shit is immediately stopped, because then it becomes unnecessary. And it's like when universal law has been broken, you have to understand that God has put grace and mercy on so many people's lives that have done you dirty. They always end up getting what comes to them, but still, that God has shown so much grace and mercy to you, to me, to these people. But you and I are people that will not take advantage of God like that. Okay? We don't take advantage of our higher self, the divine realm, and play games like that. These other people, they do. They're like, shut up. No, I don't have to shut up. The fuck? So there is an energy that's being restricted. Okay? Whoever this person is, they're being restricted. King of Swords, they're being judged also by somebody who is going to tell them the answer is no, they have to go to jail. I feel like this King of Swords is the judge. Maybe they were trying to judge you because of your happiness and your success and your ability to manage multiple things in your life. This person is trying to bring the sword down on somebody. And I feel like this person could also be somebody that God sent to protect you. And again, this person doesn't know that, but they're going to act from their natural instinct, and they're going to do something to cut this other person out of your energy and protect you. This could be this person literally going to jail for something. They could be going to hell, whatever this is. Thank you guys for liking the video. It really helps the platform. I appreciate it so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Please and thank you. Like the video. Reciprocating the energy is so awesome when you guys do that. It's just one tap of your finger, and it's not going to hurt you at all. It might even bring some positive to you. When you support others, others support you. This, Ace of Cups energy is no coincidence. This is not a random thing. This is something that you will possess the rest of your life. This person needs to come to terms with that. There's nothing that they can do about that. I feel like whoever you're dealing with, they have a lot more problems than just what is on the surface. Yeah, Temperance. They have to deal with Archangel Michael, and you actually creating balance, knowing when to give, when not to give. Like, you are using the creative energy of Temperance to balance out your own life. This is how you can juggle multiple situations. Not everybody is a multitasker. For me, that my ADHD, or I don't want to claim ADHD, but I do have it. But like the ADHD that I experience, it makes it very difficult for me to do anything that's multitasking, or I'll try to start something and not be able to finish it. It's just really, really hard. But I do try to work through that. And if I can get in like a groove, it's a little bit better. But yeah, this is like the full extent of how I can put my focus in. So it would have been easier if I had the Truth of God book when I was younger. But again, it wasn't written when I was a child, even though a child could read that book and understand it. It's like literally grade school level understanding still. That's just me wishing that I would have had access to the information and God then, because I was in religion and in church, and I didn't experience anything of God there. In fact, I'm pretty convinced that the Catholic rituals do not do anything. So they're not doing anything at all. That's just my experience, but other religions, their rituals do shit, but it's usually not very good. I'm not dissing anybody's religion. I'm just literally a truth speaker, and so I just have to speak the truth that I pick up on. The Tower. This person's in the Tower. They're falling down. They're being casted away. Like I said, this King of Swords is going to put this person under the jail. They're going to be buried under the jail. Literally, this is the type of person that doesn't like to see people go to hell. This is giving me, you know what it's giving me the vibes of? Okay, I had an experience in another lifetime where it was like a Lucifer Loki, hell energy, I would say Hades energy. I've had all of those experiences in the past. This is giving me the vibe of like the judges of the dead, Erishkigal, some in ancient Sumerian. That's what's giving me the vibes of. This King of Swords is like some type of spiritual actual judge, even though they're a physical person, which is scary because everything happens in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical realm. And this issue, whatever was going on, whatever you may get notified about this certain situation, I would pretty much not engage in it unless somebody notifies you. But if you see somebody go through a major tower, there is a reason for that. This card just flew out and hit me. 10 of Wands. This person is in the tower and they're burdened. This person's got to carry their own cross. And nobody's being crucified, but I'm just using that as a metaphor. This person's got to carry their own cross. They're the ones that are holding on to these burdens. They're holding on to a grudge with you. And Archangel Michael is showing these people that they're not going to get away with playing in your face and stealing and shit. They're not going to be able to just, that was too many cards that just fell. They're not going to be able to destroy your happiness here. Okay, I thought more fell, but it was only those ones. My goodness. What is this? The Queen of Swords? Yeah, you cut somebody off. You use temperance. That's the definition of using temperance. The thing is that the Queen of Swords is somebody who has been emotionally hurt, somebody that has been heartbroken before. And again, remember to take the gender out of tarot because every human has masculine and feminine energies. It says somewhere in the Bible, or Jesus said somewhere, some type of thing that I heard, that a man must become a woman and a woman must become a man to enter the kingdom of heaven. That doesn't mean turn into a transgender. I know that's how a lot of people took what that saying was, but what it means is integrating both parts of yourself, masculine and feminine, into one. That creates the oneness of God. And then you enter into the kingdom of heaven, which is an internal state. You could call it nirvana. You could call it the highest dimension, whatever you want to call it, but it's within you and it's uniting those energies, those aspects of yourself. Okay. And the archetypes, integrating the archetypes to the point where you don't have a shadow anymore. That's where you want to be. A lot of Christians are afraid of themselves and everything else. And so they think what I'm doing is witchcraft. They think everything is taboo and of the devil. And, from their perspective, that's the way that they see it, but that's not the way the universe sees things. And so when it comes to other people's personal perspectives, that shit doesn't matter. Not when it comes to a bigger picture. You guys are a part of something much bigger than what you're seeing, what you're perceiving. There's a bigger picture here. There's a bigger plan. You're basically being defended by somebody who is like a living, they're like a judge. They are a spiritual judge. And I'm also seeing like Anubis and the weighing of the heart. This person's heart has been weighed already. Welcome everybody coming into the chat, and rainbows and hearts to you as well. This person's heart is being weighed and it's not as light as a feather. Yikes. This Queen of Wands, you're dealing with the Queen of Wands. I don't know if you're a masculine energy, you could have an ex that's in trouble for something. Okay. If you are a feminine energy, you could still have an ex that's in trouble for something, but you could be this Queen of Pentacles that I'm picking up on here, and there's somebody that wants to compete with you. You're the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, and this person is the Queen of Wands, which means a witch, basically. You're also the Sun energy, which is healing the inner child, going within, finding that sunshine, those happy moments, allowing your inner child to play by singing, dancing, playing around with your kids, working on your house, whatever it is, finger painting, whatever it is that you like to do, walking barefoot in the grass. You're over here living your life, like going mom and brother. I love that. Going within and healing. Okay. Uniting with the parts of you that you feel were cut off or not allowed to play. That's what I'm picking up on. The energy of the Fool is this other person. The Fool is not a bad card in itself, But this Queen of Wands, the way that they were trying to treat you was very foolish. They did something that was very foolish. Now this person's getting a new beginning, but it's not in the direction that they want. If you guys could like the video, I would so greatly appreciate it. You guys, please do that. That would really help me. It would help the algorithm, and it's going to help other people get these messages so that they can know the things that we know, and we can meet more people and gain new perspectives and spread the love around, literally. Yeah, share this content. Make sure you're subscribed. Tap the notification bell. All of that stuff helps this platform thrive so that I can continue to be here for you guys. Literally, sometimes the world just needs somebody to look out for it. And that's what us as light workers, this is what we do. Okay? You were dealing with somebody that was very self-centered. They themselves feel like they're a burden, and I agree. This person is a burden. They've got too many problems, and they also have committed too many crimes to like be able to get out of whatever trouble this is. I also get that this person was causing a level of torment or terror for you in your life, okay? And they knew that they were doing that, and they didn't care about it, and they didn't care about the suffering that they caused you. And now this person is experiencing the same suffering, and they're like, well, it's not the same because this person's going to jail. I don't think that you went to jail. This person's going to hell. They're in major trouble with the divine realm. This person tried to mess with your free will. If you're a masculine energy, this was a feminine energy, a Jezebel type energy that was trying to influence you into a trap. Okay. And you would have to give up your happiness to be with this person or be around them, because their problems just weigh everybody down. And this person can't drop their problems. They have to carry their own cross. I love you guys. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. The world. You guys are meant to be seen by the world. That's Green Man there. The world and the lion. Look at this picture. This is a dope picture. I like it. It's got Green Man. It's got a person. It's got the maybe a eagle, the lion, and the stag, the earth, the world. You have the entire world. It could be something through social media as well. That's how I would interpret, whatever. Interpret. My words today are not wording. And I think it's because I was talking about being ADHD, and I cancel and rebuke that shit. That's why I don't even want to acknowledge it, because like I don't want to give that power. That has no power over me. So anyways, we cancel and rebuke that, and whatever the fuck causes it, cancel and rebuke that too. So this person was very foolish. All right, they made a mistake. They can't take it back. Knight of Pentacles. They were working very, very hard here with somebody to bring you some type of subpoena or issue. Now this person's getting subpoenaed. I feel like they also borrowed money from somebody else, and they want you to pay this other person. Be aware, if anybody is coming in to ask you for money or resources, this is not the time to give to them. Let this person go through what they need to go through so that they can learn their lesson and not do what they tried to do to you to anybody else. That's probably what they should do. Wow. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. This person is acting like you did something to permanently disable and wound them. What the hell are they talking about? No. No, you didn't do anything to this person. The hell? This is what they were trying to bring up against you, that you did something to hurt and harm them and disable them. How in the hell is that? We're going to figure out who this person is before this reading's over. I know the Queen of Wands is a little bit vague, but it's somebody that's very into themselves. They think that they're the best looking. They think they're better than you. They do magic, and not the type of magic that I'm talking about, like in my book. They're not doing spells to help themselves with God. They're doing rituals with whatever the fuck that's negative, okay? They're abusing their abilities. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. Oh my God, this person. Obstacles in their way, disappointment, and setbacks for them. They will be exhausted trying to accomplish something. It's not meant to be, and it will not be possible to achieve what they want. It is simply not meant to be, and no amount of effort or determination will change that. They have to settle for their second choice. If this person is wanting to play second fiddle to you, they have to settle for that, okay? If this Knight of Pentacles is somebody that you used to be with, you don't want this loser. This is somebody that comes in and they leave. I don't like their energy, okay? Even though they're showing up in the upright, I still don't like their energy for you. What is this that just fell on the ground? Page of Wands. This person, these people have a child, okay? This Queen of Wands has got a child. This child is an obstacle for these people. They do not want to have this child. This Queen of Wands could have more than one kid, but there's definitely a child in the mix here, and it looks like it's a boy to me. That's what I'm seeing. This person could be almost a teenager, or 10 or 9 years old or something, or 8. I don't know. They could also be a little bit older than that. But I'm getting that these people got a kid, okay? And they don't want this child. They wish that they did not get together and foolishly create this child. That's what their feeling is. That's really fucking sad. To be honest, like for this person's kid, that is so sad. This Knight of Pentacles also has had, this is an earth sign, this Knight of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Very money focused, or he has earth highly aspect in his chart. This person has more than one child. They've got more than one child. They've got multiple children with multiple people. These people both do. Okay. That's their situation that they wish never existed. That's what's the obstacle in the way, is that they have a child they have to take care of. I mean, think of it this way. This person is wanting to literally do something to you, possibly get back with you, destroy your life, leech you of your resources, whatever. But like literally, they have other priorities to take care of, and they're going to jail. That looks real bad for them. These people could be involved with DCFS getting their kids taken, which is really sad because I don't trust the government with our children. The fuck no. I mean, I don't know if I trust people. Parents like this that are neglectful and abusive, that's not good either, but neither is like foster care and shit. So I don't know. And I'm not judging anybody that was in foster care. Okay. I was adopted. I'm not judging anybody for that. I'm not judging any foster care parents. I'm sure out there is some foster care parents that are not evil, sadist, Satanist people. But for the most part, the people, I just don't get a good vibe from it anyways. That's just my personal, what I pick up intuitively. I don't get a good vibe. So I hope that this person doesn't lose their kid, because it would probably be worse for their kid to go into a system that they can't get out of. But these people really need to mind their own business. They have a lot of burdens to carry with this child. They're in the tower and being judged because of something that they were doing to their child, with their child, around their child. You know, these people could be about to get charged for some type of doing something inappropriate around a child thing. I don't know what those laws are. I don't have children, but you know, I did have a stepchild for a while, and I still love her. Absolutely. We don't talk, but I still love her. So it's like these people don't love their kid at all. They really don't. They would rather spend their money on like new shoes and weed and stuff than their kid. This person tries to guilt trip this child anytime they have to like buy them clothes or spend money on them. That's really sad. They're like basically every day, well, if I didn't have you, I wouldn't have to be here with your mom type shit. Like that's sad to say to somebody. This child is taking it all upon themselves, thinking that they are the problem. And this child is not the problem. I don't care if they have any type of thing going on with them mentally, it's not this child's fault. And they are not the problem. The problem is these two people can't get along, and they're obsessed with you. And they want to gain access to your world, and they're dumb for that, okay? What is this? The Empress in the reverse. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Empress in the reverse. So this Queen of Wands person, no. There's another female that is sleeping with this Knight of Pentacles and with this Queen of Wands. And this person's an Empress in the reverse. These people are swingers possibly. And I'm not judging anybody. Like I said, I'm not here to judge anybody. Unless somebody tries to judge me, then I'll call for judgment on them. But other than that, I'm really not here to judge anybody. And I don't have any personal types of feelings either way about any stuff like that. Just because I don't do something doesn't mean that I think that it's bad and wrong and whatever. I think most people think, oh, you just believe what the Bible believes, but that is not, was a man-made construct by a bunch of people that wanted to be in power. The Empress in the reverse is somebody that's not fertile. Okay. Infertility. That's not the only thing though. They're like not able to grow anything. Where is she? There she is. Not able to grow anything. Not able to stand on their own 2 feet. Instability, fear, anxiety, trouble at home. This is what I was talking about. CPS, DCFS, whatever the hell it's called. These people are having trouble at home. Personal and relationship problems due to extravagance and overspending. Okay? These people overspend. That's one major issue, that they're in debt, but, you know, life is out of balance and focused only on material belongings. Possible psychological problems, no personal growth, war, hunger, sickness, and loss of possessions. The Empress in the reverse gives me the vibe of like somebody being incestual and not being right due to that. So whoever these people are messing around with, or whoever the mother of this child, I don't know if this person has their uterus taken out or whatever the hell, but they need to take several seats. Page of Cups. Page of Cups, that is having a child that could be very material focused, like only on physical objects. That's extravagance. That's another card for somebody that wants the best things in life, but they don't have the money for it type energy. Page of Cups is somebody that cares about brands and labels and shit like that. And I don't mean to call it shit, but I'm just, you know, stuff like that. So this person, like I said, these people have multiple children. This is already a very messy situation that you don't need to be involved in. So let me just ask another question. Why are these people including themselves in the collective's life? Because you're over here with the rainbow, with the temperance card, getting everything that you want, using your abilities to discern what the messages from the world and the universe around you. You guys are actually listening. You're paying attention. You're able to pay attention. I also get that the sun energy is like you have went within and you healed some type of wound when it comes to abundance and money and prosperity. You have definitely done something to heal, and these people feel like that's not right. The High Priest. Yeah. You guys are showing up High Priest energy over the world. That's like being a masculine authority figure and being an intuitive. Knight of Wands in the reverse, you've got to be joking. You guys are dealing with somebody who outwardly projects like they're a Knight of Pentacles, but they're a Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is horrible. You guys are going to figure out who these people are and never talk to them again. That's seriously, that's exactly what I would do. But I'm not you guys, but I would still never talk to these people ever again. And if they ever contacted me, I would straight up ignore that shit. I would not even answer. Knight of Wands in the reverse. My God. Knight of the Wands in the upright is not even good. Not when it comes to any type of relationship or any type of situationship. No fucking way. In the reverse, it's like really disgusting though. Somebody that could be in their 40s or under 40, or in their early 40s or their late 40s, has emotional problems, can't commit, no discipline, angers easily, brash, cocky attitude, appears successful, but it is an act. That's what the whole Knight of Pentacles thing is, appearing to be a Knight of Pentacles when they're a Knight of Wands in the reverse. Get out of here with this shit. It keeps dark secrets, can be extremely perverted, cruel, and abusive. Promises a relationship, but will leave after he gets what he wants. Charming, but superficial. Yeah. No thank you. No freaking thank you. I don't know what to say. No, thank you. This person can continue to move the fuck on. Like, you are integrating your higher self right now. You're working with spirit and you're attaining peace and happiness. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. Make sure you guys like the video, please, and thank you. It really helps the platform, and I appreciate you guys so much for supporting me, and I love you so much. On the table, please. These keep falling. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Oh my God, you guys, no. No. Knight of Wands in the reverse to the Knight of Swords in the reverse. No. No fucking way. That is not cool. That's not cool. This is somebody that's, again, same time frame. Early 40s, mid 40s, late 40s, impulsive and opinionated, poor judgment, overspends. That's what these people have in common, is that they waste all of their money. But yeah, frequently takes advantage of others, always ready to start an argument, self-destructive and emotionally immature, hurts others. This person will create problems if you don't set boundaries. Keep your boundaries up with these people, you guys. It's so important. Four of Swords. Okay, this is the end of some stupid war with these people. I think that they were just after your lucky charms. That's literally what I'm picking up on. They wanted your high priestess ability. Freaking A. The Nine of Swords. This is all falling into my lap, so there's something significant about that. What is the spiritual meaning of falling into my lap?
Spiritual meaning of something falling into your lap is an unexpected blessing, a sign of divine favor arriving easily. It represents comfort, care, and a moment of alignment, potentially a message from angels or direct intervention.
Yeah. If any of you guys have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 PayPal or $20 Cash App. The links are in the description box below. Okay, and then I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. But I'm doing a reading for everybody right here. So yeah, this is just a situation that you guys need to know about. I would watch all of the readings on both of my platforms. I have another platform called ASTRAEA, ASTRAEALOVE, where I do readings with the Rider-Waite deck, and I answer questions for $20 super chats. So the equal exchange of energy through money is fair. But stick around, you guys, because there will be a message coming out. Seven of Swords. The Nine of Swords, this person cannot get out of bed. These people are super depressed. They're also pretty lazy. They're projecting. This person is like trying to run away and be mischievous. They want to act like they never did anything, but they're actually being held accountable by the universe. And so they might want to be mindful of that. That you can see through this person's bullshit. You know how many other people that they've destroyed on their journey, and that just how this person tried to brain control you or mind control you, they're trying to do this to somebody else. I feel like somebody's blaming you because you have extraterrestrial DNA and they can't work some type of trickery over you. You could have moved on and become very successful on your own. This person never wanted to see the day that that shit would happen. They're like, oh, hell no. It's happening. It's happening for you guys, literally. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you disconnected from this person the past weekend. Good. That's amazing, you guys. Yeah. If you need to do a cord cutting meditation, Steve Nobel, Stevnobel, he has got so many meditations from space clearing. They work with the chakras and their angel meditations that he guides, and he sets up a grid of protection, and then you like actually go through a transmission to where you're healing. His meditations are seriously great. So I would just go Steve Nobel. If you need to do a cord cutting, Steve Nobel, and type in cord cutting meditation or just cord cutting, and it will bring something up that you can use. And yeah, you pulling your energy and your power back was the best thing that you could have done dealing with this person, because they were going to try to get past your defense system. Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about defending yourself. They were trying to get past your defense system. These people thought that they could override something, and they don't have that type of power. Also, if you guys are wanting some type of commitment to come in, there is a reason that it has not come to be. Okay? There's something that's not being seen. This is why Getting the Truth of God by Michael Steadman and doing the technique, the God technique, so that you shift into looking through the eyes of God so you can see everything, that is what's going to help you. Literally, because you're not seeing something about some type of commitment. It could be a marriage, it could be an engagement, whatever. There's why it's not happening. There's a reason for that. Okay. The Lovers. This is what I'm talking about. There's a reason for it. It could be, you know, that these people were messing with that. If you have not been able to get married, if you've had to defend a marriage or defend yourself in a marriage, I, for one, would never get married again. Fuck that. But yeah, you could have had to defend yourself intuitively from somebody. This, whatever this commitment is, if you have to defend it, make sure that it's worth defending. Okay. If somebody's going to oppose you when it comes to this relationship, make sure it's worth defending. Make sure that person is, I would look at their life path number, your life path number. I would look at everything. And if it is not like congruent, if it's not going in the same direction, then that is a sign that that person is not for your highest and best good. Okay. If you have like symptoms to where you can't leave somebody's side and you're codependent on them, that's also a symptom of something else being at play. Okay. And I'm not going to just jump to witchcraft, but I will say that there is an inner child wound or some type of pattern that needs to be healed with love, commitment, relationships, and how that is viewed. Okay. If your parents broke up or whatever when you were young, I'm so sorry you went through that, but heal from that. Don't continue to just basically recreate the pattern. Be the one that stops the pattern. If there is I am like getting like Parvati Shakti energy, but if there has been somebody that has been trying to intentionally block your ability to have a committed marriage, maybe marriage is not the thing that you want. That's for some of you. For some of you, you need to go within, literally, and see if marriage is even the thing that you want. These people, they don't want you to get married for whatever stupid shit reason. You know, I feel like it's because this all has to do with money. Remember the cards that it was like relentless pursuit of money, 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 money. These people are obsessed with finances. They're depressed and upset right now because they don't have the finances that you do. Okay. They also don't have a love union. These people have some type of children. These people have kids that they have to take care of, and they don't want to take care of these children. That's why they're having issues with the court. They've done a lot of dirt to people as well, and they're pretty insignificant when it comes to the bigger picture of things. So let's get a conclusion here. 5 of Pentacles. These people are broke. They've betrayed everybody that they know. Nobody will lend them money. These people take too many substances. They drink too much. I'm not against MJ, but when it comes to alcohol, that is a spirit. That is a demon. Okay? These people are possessed by it. 100% possessed by it. The word alcohol in Hebrew means body-eating spirit. That's why, and I'm not dissing alcohol. Every once in a while, I will engage and have a couple beers at a concert or whatever. But other than that, I don't drink anymore. I did when I was younger. I used to love to drink wine and stuff like that, but I just, you know, I don't drink liquor, anything other than like a Bud Light. Like that's pretty much it. And I just do that at like concerts or on a special rare occasion. And I don't overdo it to the point where I'm going to fuck myself up or ruin my frequency or anything like that, or have a hangover even. So this love commitment, I don't know why I'm feeling somebody else's family being an issue. Whatever this has to do with this love commitment, maybe there's somebody in your family that's in the 5 of Pentacles, but there is somebody else here that is an issue. Okay. Why this relationship hasn't come into being is because something was set into motion to block it. Something was set into motion to do something like These people were trying to accomplish something else, but the side effect of their stupid witchcraft is you not being in a committed relationship in some type of way. That's what they don't want. Okay? For whatever reason, these people don't want the lovers coming together. If you have to defend this love union and it's a real twin flame union, that it's worth defending. Okay? I can tell you that. Sometimes things are worth defending. That's why you need to go within and ask yourself these very important questions. Get the truth of God. Develop the joy versus anger technique so that you can be communicating with yourself. There's also a 1 to 10 scale. I use the yes and no questions, and I use the 1 to 10 scale all of the time, especially for love relationships. I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst compatibility, 10 being the best compatibility, what are these people's compatibility? And then I'll be able to see what it is. And then I can go, okay, well, I can see what's happening in the future, what's coming in for them, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, if there's a commitment that hasn't happened, it's because there is something that needs to be removed out of the way. It could be a belief system that you guys have. Okay, it could be a fear that you have. It could be an incompatibility with your blood and theirs, or it could be an incompatibility of your family with theirs. Your ancestors don't like this other person. I'm not for sure why, but this is why going within and asking questions is going to be what liberates you. Okay, going within and being like, God, why is this so hard? Why is this situation not coming to be? Why won't this person propose to me? It could be that maybe you're not meant to devote all of your time and energy to another person, and you're supposed to be a light worker. You're still going to have a love union come in, but maybe marriage is not something that is for your highest and best good. This is why asking these questions. And maybe that person is, and I get more, it's the person's family. To be quite honest, I get that it's a clash of family here. This person's family, whoever they are to you, they don't like you. And your family, they may not say anything, but they don't really like this other person. So they don't see the day-to-day life with whatever this is. Okay, the family doesn't. This 3 of Cups celebration does talk about like a wedding and something coming in the future, a celebration, a social invite thing. It's also about a harvest. If marriage is what you really want, but go within and ask that if it's for your highest and best good. It's not for everybody's highest and best good. And it could be for many different reasons. But I get that if you defend this relationship, it's going to lead to at least a common law marriage. It'll at least be that. 5 of Cups. This is leaving somebody crying over spilt milk. Okay. This is like the mermaid wanting to be with a man and being rejected because she has a fish on the bottom. Like, what did they think was going to happen? I feel like somebody is acting like you left them in the 5 of Pentacles. You made them homeless. No, if you provided shelter and clothing and stuff for this person, you did it out of the kindness of your heart. They took advantage of that. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this person borrowed money from the wrong person. They're crying over spilt milk. I feel like they were telling somebody that you have the money, but you don't have the money. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This King of Pentacles doesn't care. Does not care if this person says that you have whatever this is. This because you don't owe it. They do. Whoever these people are, they owe somebody. They were thinking about using you. You saw through this. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. It would greatly help me, you guys. We got 85 people watching and 40 likes on the videos. Could you guys get the likes up and hype the video? Please, please, please. And thank you. Thank you guys so much. Bless you and thank you. I really appreciate it. The Hermit, you guys went within and found your inner light and your inner wisdom. And now you're here to bring that wisdom to others and to reveal the truth. Somebody placed witchcraft upon you and your children. You're going to get through this. I was picking up on that. I was definitely picking up on that. But I feel like you guys are protected. As long as you continue to go within, you're going to get free of whatever this spell is. And it's a spell that's trying to cause misfortune. The way that it's affecting your life, though, it's blocking a love union and a celebration from happening. I don't know what these people were trying. Well, I do know what they were trying to do. They were trying to fuck with your finances and your stability, but instead it affected something else. And this is probably a situation I've not seen very often. But yeah, these people, their magic is bullshit, okay? They've cursed their own children by trying to curse yours. Ridiculous. 10 of Cups. You look at that. You still have, look at your kids playing. You guys still have a 10 of Cups. You still have kids. You still have responsibilities. You guys are being rewarded. This is your time to shine. It's your time to have a happy family. You know, when it comes to marriage, you're worth marrying. I feel like the people that absolutely shouldn't be getting married are people that first of all, can't deal with being married. They can't deal with being around the same person all the time. And I feel that people who are completely broke and broken and do not know how to go within at all, those are the people that should not be getting married, because they're just going to cause problems for anybody else. And until they heal, you have done the healing work, you know, and nobody wants to marry a broke person. And so that's also, but you have to understand that you guys, even if you don't have a lot in the bank, you are not broke. There is a freaking difference, okay? You are not broke. Oh my God, I'm trying to open this sparkling water. That's so freaking good. Oh my God, pomegranate cranberry sparkling water. That is so freaking good. Anyways, you guys are not broke. Okay? That is the difference. All right, so I think that well, I guess not. I was going to say I think the 10 of Cups would be a good place to leave it at, but no, then these other cards just came out. But it's cool because this is what came out. Whenever the cards fly out and they land face up, like where I can see what's on the face card, I can see it face up. That means something that everybody can see. It's something that's already revealed. When they're face down like this, that to me is something that we don't see. So this is just important to know about this situation. This card, the Six of Wands, is about public fame, reward, success, victory, happiness, long-lasting stability. It's a very good card to get. It really is. With the 10 of Cups, this is you being known across the world, you being happy, your family flourishing, you getting all of your wishes granted. That is a very good card. Those are really good cards. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, remember, these people, for whatever reason, they don't like you. But the Page of Pentacles in the reverse is this one of these people's, they've got a child that is a shithead. Denotes a male under 30 who is shy and self-involved. This person may embrace new ideas and trends, but he is somewhat materialistic like all these other people. Makes rash decisions. He is prone to making mistakes and argues over minor points. He is neither trustworthy nor respected. He will pass through your life without changing it. Again, these people are extremely burdened. They have a lot of children. Well, a lot could be like 3, but that to me would be a lot. But some people have like 7 or 8 brothers and sisters. I don't know. I personally think that 3 would be quite a few. Yeah, these people are broke. 3 of Pentacles. You are over here working on something very unique and special. You are going to have people wanting to collaborate with you. Just use your best discernment, because these collaborations and this soul tribe that's going to come in and back you, they're going to want to celebrate with you. I feel like this is a beautiful thing. You guys, I would greatly appreciate it. We got 84 people watching and 47 likes on the video. If you could like the video, that would help me so much, and it would help this platform, and it would help God. Thank you guys so much in advance. I love you. Thank you guys for all of your donations and all of your support. I love you guys so much. Okay. All right. So we're going to get a conclusion here. The 6 of Pentacles. These people, they owe somebody. They've got to pay. I feel like literally somebody wanted to be the one to divvy out your resources and to make you be like having to beg for shit. That's what's happening to them. They're being humbled. This person is literally being humbled. Okay. So you just have to understand that if they have to make payments to the court, payments to you, payments to whatever, That's what they need to do because they were playing games. King of Cups. This person is going to be given wise advice by some type of advisor. And I feel like also somebody is trying to set you up with some type of agency like the IRS or CPS or something else to where you would have to make payments. You're not responsible for these people's fucking children. You're not going to be responsible for this domestic V and whatever bullshit they have going on in their house. Like when the Empress and the Reverse came out, that was a very unhappy, unhealthy home. You know, if you grew up in an environment like that, you have completely broken that generational curse and transformed. I can tell you that because you're not living life that way. I feel like you guys have a lot of new opportunities coming to you. You're going to have a lot of grace and mercy over your life. A lot of times where people would not have survived, you are going to be surviving. So I would just be so grateful that you still have a home, that you still have your body to live in, that you still have access to God, that you still have joy, peace, happiness, that Ace of Cups, because that's what life is really about, being spiritually connected, having a divine connection, going within, finding that love, joy, and peace, becoming more and more of yourself, God, the positive, best qualities of everything that exists. The more that you do that, you put yourself in a position to continue to be protected and win. And when it comes to any type of tragedy or disaster, when you have made yourself important to God by fulfilling your divine life purpose and doing what you came here to do by sharing your gifts and talents and abilities with others, you will be making a mark on this world that will help this planet transform, shift, and change. And that's what you're here to do. These people are going to be restricted. They're going to some type of jail. Okay. That's what their destiny and fate is, because they won't mind their own business and they won't take care of their own children. You guys are good parents. You guys would be good parents. This is why I feel like, you know, these people, they don't want to be parents. They wish that they never, ever had children. And that is like, seriously, how fucking self-centered does somebody have to be to wish ill like that on their own kid? Like, that is not cool. That, to me, that's like beyond disrespectful. To not look at a child and see a beautiful gift from God. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with people? They look at people and they see dollar signs instead of humans. And I think that that is just messed up. These people were completely focused on only material belongings. And the whole time, you could have grown up in an experience where they had money and they never ever spent it on you, and you had to basically work for everything that you have. I feel like a lot of you guys have been through a lot, you know, and people blamed you for being alive. It's, stop carrying that weight. It is not your fault that you are alive. I mean, yes, you intended for you to have a life, and your parents, they conceived you. They were part of that. They were the portal for it, but they are not your creator. They are not your God. These people are your parents, okay? And you don't, if you don't feel like engaging with that energy is healthy, and if you feel like you need space to heal, then take that space to heal, okay? Follow your intuition. Don't overstep yourself and put yourself in a position to where you're going to be treated like you were when you were a child. Know that you deserve better than that, and you deserve the best, okay? And I'm not just talking about products. I'm talking about you deserve to be treated by other people well, just for existing. And the more light that you shed with others, the more light will be shed on your life, and the more light will come back to you. So you guys are on the right track. Keep going. These people, they wish that they never had kids. These people are looking at, the problem with them is that they're looking at your life and they're wishing, okay, upon a jinn, upon a star, upon whatever, a spell, they're wishing that they would have made the choices that you made with your life and that they could be in your position. And that is just not possible. You cannot undo the past. Like, even in Aladdin, the genie says there's certain things that I can't do. I can't bring anybody that's dead back to life. I can't give you more wishes, and I can't take anybody out, like unalive them. Oh, and I can't make anybody fall in love with you. Try telling that to these people. They're like, sacrifice, sacrifice. They just want you to sacrifice. Okay, you guys. So thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Remember the Truth of God by Michael, the Advanced Intuitive Workbook. because I've always been psychic, but I was trapped in the psychic realm. When I gained this book and this knowledge, I got untrapped from the psychic realm. The God technique is what helps me raise from my lower self ego to my higher self so I can see things from that bigger position. It says, what if from the time a child was born, it was told that it was God, not the fullness of God, but God no less, having this experience, and the information fed to it from that point was the line in alignment with its true being. What type of life do you suppose it would have? Think about that. When you're raising your children, let them know this information. Think about that. Had you been raised knowing that you were God and not Susie, Jimmy, Bobby, whatever, okay, you would have literally known about your divine self. And that's how I feel. I wish I would have came across this book when I was younger, because I really struggled with being a psychic and being trapped to having psychic and scary ass experiences that I did not feel in control of. So this book has so many different things in it. The second technique is the joy versus anger technique that develops a yes and no answering system with your higher self God so that you can ask immediate questions and get an answer back. Okay. So that you're not just walking around making random decisions, leading yourself blindly and making wrong choices. Okay. All of these people, if they had this information that we were talking about today that are against you, had they been given this information and used it, they would have avoided each other and avoided even becoming parents. So as the joy versus anger technique was the most important and useful intuitive application in this book, the mind technique, which is the last one I'm going to talk about for this, is of the same importance level, but designed to clear the negative mental, emotional baggage beliefs that we are dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we are experiencing. This method is best used in combination with one of the question asking, answer, receiving methods described previously, or one that you're already familiar with for inner confirmation. The term "does this serve me" means in the following section refers to my highest and best good. So that the mind technique gives you the ability to access the thoughts and beliefs that are in your conscious and subconscious and release the ones that are not helping you. So it says, by writing down your storylines and then doing the mind technique on the storylines that you've created for yourself, it says this brings us to what I call the preemptive strike. This is very powerful and should be used immediately after reading and understanding it. A preemptive strike in warfare is when we hit them before they hit us. How you use the preemptive strike skill is to make a list of all the storylines in every aspect of your life that feel negative in any way. Write number one, and then a brief description of the storyline. Don't get into it emotionally, just a few words so that you can see them and that you know what it relates to. Then under that, you write two and the next brief description. You do that for every storyline, what you can think of. Believe me, you won't get them all, but it is your great start. After you have finished your first list, look at number one and ask yourself, does it serve me to have any beliefs that are drawing this storyline into my life? Okay, that is the preemptive strike. There's so many other things. You'll learn how to meditate through this book. You'll learn so many things. As I continue to be more of myself, God, they will change. It says, I learned to use the tool of the mind to release beliefs. Most of the time, I saw immediate changes for the better in my life, health, relationships, and spiritual. Some are changing more slowly. I don't know what they will end up looking like. I just know that they will be in alignment with unconditional love, joy, and peace. As I continue to be more of myself, God, they will change. With each belief, you release your frequency. You release. Your frequency will rise in the little self, which is your ego. You will now be experiencing this physical reality from a new perspective. Likewise, the people, places, and things of this higher reality will be ones matching your new frequency, so they may seem a little different. You have seamlessly moved from one dimension to a higher one. They will look relatively the same, but with more and more of your beliefs released over time, there will be a more distinctive difference. What are we working towards during this process is a continual raising of the little self's consciousness and reality awareness. It is simple once you have this agreement with the mind. Tom had had episodes of acute fear since childhood every time he would find himself in an enclosed space. He was unaware that in another life during the Dark Ages, he had encountered an injury that caused him to appear to be dead. He was placed in a pine box and buried. After this had transpired, he awakened to this dilemma. The terror that he experienced from that occurrence carried over to this life. He studied many techniques to release the negative emotions that were in his life. He felt for him those methods were were complicated with a lot of unnecessary steps. The next time Tom experienced one of those negative emotions, he asked himself, does that serve me? Then he checked within for confirmation and got that it didn't. But he really didn't have to check because it will always work. The belief never serves you. The knowing of his highest self, God, and understanding that the negative thought, belief, emotion did not serve his highest good allowed him to detach from each experience like that from then on. In using the mind technique, we have been focusing on those thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us. Does any belief serve my highest and best good? Will the sun still come up in the east and set in the west without me believing in it? Beliefs and expectations limit the infinite creative flow, which is you, God, from bringing something even greater than what you could have imagined and believed. And I've experienced that, where you have an expectation where like, okay, I should be married at this time. I should be this at this time. I should da 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 da. All those expectations are like limitations that you're putting on yourself. So just expect for things to go well and for you to be happy. It says, if we would get out of the way, focusing in the now in love, joy, and peace, our true essence would create a reality that would match these qualities unlimited by any of our beliefs. This book is called The Truth of God by Michael Steadman, Advanced Intuitive Living. It changed my life. I know it will change your guys's. Check it out. The link to it's in the description box below. The second book I'm going to talk about is Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And I have created, this is the book that I've created. I've created different tarot card spreads for each of the major arcana cards, like the Strength card, number 8, Answer Yes, Zodiac Leo. The Strength card is the card of tolerance, character, and compassion. The heart chakra is associated with both the Zodiac Leo and the Strength card. Strength tells you that you can face any problem with inner strength. When you are challenged, maintain control of the situation by reacting calmly. Do not get angry. Have patience with others' weaknesses and do not allow them to become your own. Look to a strong woman for support. You pull one card for each position. The first position is Infinity. This card position will reveal to you how strong you actually are. The Infinity symbol is a symbol of eternity along with strength. What strengths do you inherit from your family? What strengths do you give to your children? There's a power lingering here with the overcoming of every obstacle. If you pull the Strength card, you will know that you have the strength within you to succeed at your biggest dream. If you pull the Temperance card for this position, that will mean that you are working towards becoming very strong and are on the journey of learning your own personal and spiritual limitations. Position 2, the Laurel. The Laurel is a leafy crown that covers the head of the woman on the Strength tarot card. The laurel is a representation of divine providence, the natural state of dominance in your culture, the prominence and recognition gained from other. The laurel is also a representation of one's humble nature. If you pull the Strength card for this position, then that will tell you that you are naturally strong and don't need the assistance of others to obtain your greatest wishes and desires. Those are just 2 out of many of the positions that work with the major arcana cards. All you need to get started with Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells to learn how to read your own cards and to integrate the archetypal energy of the major arcana cards is the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck. That's RYDERWAITE. Okay, I would go ahead and get the deck that's got the explanations and words on them. It just helps you when you're learning to read the system of tarot. So now I'm going to, so the spell. So the spell for the Strength card is to become stronger. So you're going to do a little ritual, say this affirmation. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the strength of the Most High God into all areas of my life and energetic being. I accept the power that comes from the Most High, and I'm grateful for all of the strength that the Divine has to offer me. And so you do a little ritual. So for each of the major arcana cards, like the Hermit, the Lovers, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice, the Last Judgment, the Hangman, the Death, the Moon, the Sun, the Star, the Empress, the Emperor, the Temperance, all of the Devil, all of those have the Star, the Moon, the Sun, the Last Judgment. All of those have their own tarot card spread and spell that's going to help you evolve and understand yourself. The world, to create the spell, tarot card spell for the world is to create peace in your world. Who wouldn't want peace in your world? I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the Most High God and the Holy Spirit into my personal world. I come here today to create peace in my life and in the world. I acknowledge that I am the world of my own making. My world is making with its center with its center, my life, a burning ember inside the womb of the world mother, gestating my whole life. I am the world peace that I am meant to be. I create peace with the Most High God, so may it be. And then you'll do this little ritual, but you'll say that. And then at the back, then the additional notes part, I'm just going to read the magician part. In the additional notes, I have each of the major arcana cards and what the card combinations that I've seen come out when you get major arcana cards coming out next to each other, what that could mean. So if you pull the magician with the hermit tarot card, it means that your magic comes from within. If you pull the magician in the reverse, it means that you have someone who is practicing black magic on you, or you could be that person practicing black magic. Either a warlock or a witch who practices black magic is attacking you or someone in the collective. If you pull the magician with the temperance tarot card, it means that you can use your own power and magic to balance out your own energy. There is no need for outside help. If you pull the magician with the moon, it means that there is moon magic being done. If you pull the magician and the moon in the reverse, it means that someone is using moon magic on you. If you pull the magician with the death tarot card, it means that someone is practicing death magic sorcery. If you pull the magician with the last judgment card, it means that whoever is practicing magic is up under judgment for doing so. The magical path is not everyone's path. That is why knowing thyself is the most important thing in life. If you pull the justice tarot card and then the magician, it could mean that someone is using magic to create justice for you. If you pull the magician and then the strength card, it could mean that your magic is too strong for opposing forces to break through, or it could mean that you have very strong magic being done on you or your family members. When the magician comes out before or after the hangman, it can mean that someone is using your energy as a sacrifice. It just keeps going and going, you guys, for all of the different card combinations and what that can mean. So when you guys are wanting to learn to read your own tarot cards, to pull cards for yourself in times of trouble and rely on your abilities, get the truth of God. The link to that's in the description box, and then get Visago tarot card spreads and spells. It's going to help you guys understand things so much. There's spells that I think that there's spells that help you get into your destiny, help you with your psychic abilities, and it integrates the archetype energy of the major arcana cards, which I think is very important because it's a major step. They're the major steps in life. So yeah, this book is available in the description box below. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. I love you guys so much. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for hyping the video. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for telling other people about this content. The more that we get these messages out to people, the better life is going to be for everyone. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate your time with me today. Please like the video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. All that good stuff helps the channel. Leave a comment. Hype the video. Thank you guys so much. Peace be with you. God bless you. And I'll see you in the next reading. And remember, if any of you have any personal questions, I do have another platform. It's called ASTRAEA Love, ASTRAEA LOVE. And that channel, I can accept super chats. So if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat on that platform. And on this platform, if you guys had any personal questions, you can send me a $20 PayPal or $20 Cash App donation. The links are in the description box below, and then I will answer your question, okay? I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for spending your time with me. God bless you, and peace be with you. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.